Welcome to the Quick Stop F1 podcast. My name... Oh, this light is so bad. My name is Nyasha, and you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. We appreciate that. Joining me, as ever, it's the last time we're ever going to see her in this room. You know, let's see, is there anything on the bed today?
Good. And we're live.
I feel like you guys have proper made out like I live in the ghetto. I don't live in the ghetto. I just live in East London. Like, I live quite central, so obviously there's cars. And East London isn't a ghetto. It's not that much of a ghetto.
Hey,
I've seen
do you
ghettos.
live near a betting shop?
Man said I meant degenerates. She said, William Hill near you.
Excuse me. They always add the ghetto, get betting shops into the ghetto. That's terrible.
So you live in a ghetto. But it is. But either way, look, it's the most moisturized content creator in the world. Thandie Savannah! How you doing?
Hey.
Sorry.
I'm doing great. Just got ripped to shreds on my own show, but you know, just the best intro. Always.
Sorry, I didn't mean to give you a good intro. In fact, I think it's just everything's messing up on me right now. Everything's messing up on me. My lighting's gone. My internet's going. My sound effects are gone. Like everything.
I might live in a ghetto, but you clearly live in a cave, so it's fine. Don't worry about me. I'm eating good over here.
Yeah,
that sounds racially charged.
It is.
You just said, are there betting shops? Do you live in the ghetto? Like, that's kind of racially charged.
Me?
Yeah.
But look, as you've heard, we've got none other than our good friend, your good friend, everyone's favorite guest. It's Tommy. I don't think the sound effects work, so there you go.
Yo.
This is so...
I'm on my whisper vibe today. It's real close to the mic. Hello, guys. How are you doing?
ASMR.
Quick stop F1 ASMR.
Quick stop F1.
Anyway, yes, it's nice to be back. As always, Thandie's whispering into the mic because... I don't know. But yeah, no, it's nice to be back. Thanks for having me. We're missing some locks, apparently. So that's one part of the show that's...
Yeah.
Can you do sad music? Do you have sad music on your...
I've got nothing.
You don't have anything. He had to
nothing.
sell his locks so he could afford lighting, even that mic, you see?
Oh my God. But sorry, guys, if you had to turn up your brightness today. We had technical issues on Nyasha's side. Yeah, just turn that brightness all the way up, man. You know what? I might even turn off my lights here to balance it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know? So it can just use straight onto you.
Quick stop F1, you know? Wow.
I feel like, you know in those documentaries when they get like, I don't know, like prisoners of war or something, and they can't reveal their identity, so just make them talk in the dark.
So, how many people did you kidnap?
Probably about 3, 4, 5.
Lord.
Look. Mm-hmm. I'm in a temporary situation. It's been a mad move from London up to Manchester. So I'm sorry for the lack of microphones for the past couple of weeks. My stuff is in storage. My lighting and everything will be back. I spent 5 minutes beforehand trying to set up some lighting, and everyone laughed at me. So you're just getting the dark. Okay, you're getting me in the dark. And another thing that's in the dark is our knowledge of what's going to happen to Christian Horner. So,
right in there, boy. Yeah. You said, what about them Red Bulls?
I said, let's not fuck about. We've got things to talk about. For those who don't know, I mean, we've been living under a rock. Christian Horner has been accused by what we now know is a female member of staff within Red Bull who's gone straight from Red Bull Racing to Red Bull head office with accusations of inappropriate behaviour from Christian Horner towards her. Now, there's various things that are coming out. So obviously this is still all alleged at this point. There is an investigation going on. And there's been a couple couple of rumblings this week and updates, which I guess we can get into quickly. So Eddie Jordan, who is a former team owner, and as you guys may know him as the guy on Channel 4. He's the Irish guy, very entertaining, always straight talking. And he said, I've seen a lot of bad decisions, but the Red Bull situation is the most absurd thing I've ever seen. Does anyone seriously believe that the employee made the accusations up out of thin air? If Horner is innocent, is she guilty? The damage to Red Bull's image is already huge. Someone has to pull the ripcord now. Thandie, I guess you've watched from the sidelines as all of this has kind of transpired. I think all of this kind of happened just after Lewis signed for Ferrari, which was the last time you were on the show. So I guess your thoughts on the situation as it is at the moment, and just how it's been treated by Red Bull, I guess, and I guess Christian Horner's decision to carry on, or Red Bull's decision to let him carry on whilst this investigation's ongoing.
Yeah, I think, sorry, my voice went then. I honestly think the way they have treated the situation has been disgusting. But as per usual with Formula One, the best part of it all is the listeners and the fans. And so peer pressure works. Like, I was looking under all the Red Bull posts, like anything about horny Horner, people weren't having it. He's a freaky frog and we know it. He's a freaky frog. And I'd rather get the freaky frog out of here because there's no room for that in Formula One. Bottom line, like it's like, like we have a lot of humor in Formula One, whatever, but accusations are never isolated. If someone has said someone has sexually assaulted them, that's probably not an isolated incident. Somebody else will probably come forward with a similar story or a similar experience. So I'm so here for getting him the hell out of here. If anything, it should have happened weeks ago. It's even embarrassing that we're literally in the first week of racing and we're still making decisions about Christian Horner. No, we should have got him out of here. We've got him parading around Drive to Survive, you've got him parading around the car, you've got him parading around the whole image of Red Bull. So what's that supposed to give off about the team? What's that supposed to give off about the team's principles? The bar was pretty fucking low anyway. I know that for a fact, but come on now, guys, have some integrity.
No, look, that it is crazy. And look, I think, we put out something on this, we put something on this channel, obviously a clip of Tasha quite eloquently talking about like her feelings after everything happened, and the reaction to it was disappointingly expected from portions of the F1 world in terms of innocent until proven guilty kind of thing, that we're kind of trying to bury a man who's this person is making up stuff about him. I find it really strange people's rush to defend people that they don't even know, don't work with, and to kind of ignore the stuff that's going on. Tommy, Ford have come out and said that they are disappointed with the lack of transparency and openness from Red Bull towards them as a key commercial partner and obviously a potential branded engine partner. And they've asked for updates on the investigation and a swift resolution, which we believe should happen on Wednesday or Thursday. Reputationally for Red Bull, being honest, where do you see this guy? If you had to, if you were a betting man, and obviously, look, we're not betting on, the outcome of someone's clearly quite painful experience, but I guess in terms of how you think Red Bull would deal with this or what will come out, how do you think this is gonna turn out?
I think fundamentally the way Red Bull has handled the situation so far has been quite deplorable. It's just that's not how you go about such a serious accusation. Parading him around during testing, again, like Thandie mentioned, having him on Drive to Survive. I think people, there's always this commenting on cancel culture and, innocent until proven guilty and everything. But I think the subject is so sensitive and the deadline for a result is so near. I think they could have kind of waited until the investigation was complete before bringing him back out. I think parading him around has ultimately affected his reputation to the point where him being on the grid will be questioned if he stays. I think if he does stay, Red Bull would have questions to answer about the investigation. The investigations happen behind closed doors. People don't know what's going on. If they get rid of him, I think Red Bull will have even more questions to why they let him hang around in the first place when a member of their staff has made such a serious allegation against Horner. I'm also a bit confused because Horner tried to settle this. He tried to settle this in December, from what I've read. I think it was December before it came out. So I think from that point, why wasn't the investigation, or why isn't it already complete? Because if a settlement was made, that means correspondence has been made. So that means there have been allegations made that he would have seen, and he has now said, okay, let's settle outside of the public eye in order to avoid any reputation damage. But I think Red Bull have done what I think Red Bull does, kind of, where it always felt like a in school you have the groups of friends. Red Bull always felt like the not very nice kids. The way they've always kind of handled issues up and down the pit lane. It's always been something they have Helmut Marko on their staff. He said outrageous things and they've kept him on their staff. So I think there is a innate flaw in the management system in Red Bull. I think Red Bull, the Formula One team, and Red Bull, the drinks organization, there's a lack of cohesiveness in terms of how things are run. The Red Bull Formula One team literally just feels like a boys' club sponsored by Red Bull. You know, that it seems like they don't adhere to the manner that Mercedes does, where they have the reputation of a multi-billion-dollar company behind them, or even to the manner of personally, Haas presents themselves to me better than Red Bull presents to the public. I know everyone, I know everyone's going to be like, oh, good to Thandie used to swear and stuff, but that for them was free marketing because they didn't get screen time because they're always at the back. But Red Bull, they do not need to have controversy. The way they always handle controversy and the fact that most of the time is them in serious controversy, to me, is just alarming. But I think this just shows that the management structure, the CEO, who is Christian Horner, has set a level of a level of behavior that is, to me, is appalling. But look, we don't know what the allegations are. And I always say, I understand people have to be innocent until proven guilty. But when there's such a serious allegation is made, there has to be certain procedures in order to protect the potential victim. Because at the end of the day, if the victim isn't telling the truth, things can be sorted out. But if the victim is telling the truth, the damage that it's doing, having him parading around on TV, avoiding questions, at the car launch where he doesn't need to be, he didn't design the car. He doesn't need to be there. And I think him being there brought more attention to this issue than him being absent. I don't know. That was kind of a long-winded way of just saying I think they've just mishandled this.
But also... And I think... Go on, sorry. I just feel like going off what Tommy had said as well, him being there kind of just made him feel, if he is guilty, just basically looks like I'm untouchable. We don't need to inflate a white man's head already. Do you know what I mean? Especially a white man in his place of authority. It makes him think he can do it again and makes it to his peers who've done stuff like that, if he is guilty, just think they can get away with it because money.
Yeah. I feel like for me, like I said, this is I find it fascinating people trying to mansplain internal investigations to me when I do it on a daily basis. This is my actual job. And trust me when I say that I can... You're a real one, Thandie. I appreciate that. Trust me when I say that it is so standard procedure. It's such standard procedure when you have serious investigations for the safety of the person making the accusations, for the potential safety of other people within the workplace, for the ease of which you can conduct an investigation. You are supposed to suspend people who have been accused of serious stuff so that an investigation can be done without all of this, without distraction, without the ability to hinder an investigation, without the ability to influence an investigation. Him going out in front of the public, it's almost as if they're like testing, like, what's going to be the reaction if he stays? How hard are they actually questioning him? It's like they're soft launching it. I find it so for people to like be like, oh, it's perfectly fine for people to carry on in their job. Yes, it is perfectly fine for people to carry on in their job. That's fine. But for someone so public facing to be representing the company, like you say, at launch, at testing for 3 days, in the garage, he doesn't need to be there. He is not the driver. In fact, I'd even argue if it was a driver, they would be stood down if this was happening.
100%.
Like, this is crazy to me. And the point about it's always Red Bull, I don't want to say it's always Red Bull because every team has had some form of controversy of some sort before.
Yeah.
But if we look at like the last 2 or 3 years, I reckon if you gave 10 controversial things that happened in F1, 8 would be at least 1 or 2 steps away from the Red Bull racing team. And at some point, there just needs to be a level of accountability about how that team is run, the attitude its staff has, the attitude its drivers have, the attitude its upper management have. But we can't do that because simply criticizing this team is tantamount to like sacrilege. You're deluded. It's because we're winning. Like, you hate us because you ain't us. This like, grow up. You're defending like corporations. No one cares about you, bro.
Exactly. I think a lot of Formula One fans struggle to separate their love for a team from like reality. They don't understand that they don't work. Ethics. You don't work for the team. Like, this is real life. This isn't just Formula One. Not everything is Formula One related. Do you know what I mean? And I've seen people say some outlandish things online to the point that I've had to respond to people like Christian Horner doesn't know who you are, bro. Like, he literally doesn't. You know you exist. And people get offended by that. But it's like, honestly, like, these people do not care about you. Why are you fighting for your life for something so outrageous? It doesn't make sense. But I don't know. You get that with everything. You get that with like music. You get like, for example, the R. Kelly allegations. People still being like, oh, I love R. Kelly. R. Kelly's amazing, blah, 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 blah. I think in, like Nyasha said, Red Bull seem to always have this off-track drama. Like, if there's drama on track, it might not always be Red Bull, but a majority of the time it is. But off-track, it's probably always Red Bull. Everyone kind of keeps their head down off-track. But when it comes to, look at what Helmut Marko said about Checo a few months ago. Look, I could just reel off Helmut Marko alone. I could just talk about Helmut Marko. Even if you look at the management structure of Red Bull as an organization, there's serious issues that have occurred. And I find it confusing because they have no issue dropping drivers in one day or moving drivers to a different team or taking drivers out of cars. But when it comes to Christian, they're so like steadfast in keeping him there. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
Look, we could go in all day. I will say there is like one thing that I will say, and it's like Red Bull, to a lot of people, represent, we were talking about like the word woke. And I feel like for a lot of people, Red Bull and Max Verstappen represent like a forgotten era of F1.
Yeah.
And for them, they feel like they can, defending Christian is like defending him against the woke army, essentially.
Yeah, they think they're living vicariously, and they it's all that zeitgeist of, oh, James Hunt wouldn't do that, or this person wouldn't do that, or bring back Kimmy and all the like.
Yeah.
It's like the
times
boys'
have
club,
changed,
isn't it? Yeah.
Literally, that's what it is. That's the Red
Boys'
Bull
club.
just operates like a boys' club, and they think they're untouchable because the incestuous relationship they have with the FIA that just continues to fester and grow year on year. And I think this is just hilarious because the FIA can't protect them because the court of public opinion will annihilate somebody.
Exactly.
So let's see what happens. Ford, if they keep Christian Horner and the investigation shows that he did some stuff, I feel like Ford will pull their deal. And
it's hard to keep sponsors if, and this is the thing, how open are they going to be? They don't really have to be open. It wasn't a public inquiry. It was a private work investigation. How open do they have to be with the findings? Yeah, I think they've already come out with a statement that says, there's confidentiality we have to respect. So, we can't expect them to give us a blow by blow of, based on this, and this. But you would think Ford would want to see the findings of that investigation before they committed to anything. Hence 100%. Why I think they're saying we need a bit more transparency on this. I think it's going to be really interesting. This is not going to end on Wednesday or Thursday, no matter what happens. I think Wednesday or Thursday is going to be the next chapter. And I'm sure an incredible story that's going to rumble on throughout the season. Speaking of 24 races this year, guys, I just want to say we don't have sound effects. But I want us three to just give us a round of applause here. We're going into our 4th season, guys. Like, you know how crazy that is.
4th season. So some may say that we're the curse that Red Bull and the Mercedes have suffered. Because lining up.
Once we came in the game, they just
with it for these guys.
Oh.
You know what, though? I feel like it's the universe letting, like, if we'd be too powerful, if Mercedes were winning,
if we had a podcast where Lewis is winning every freaking week. They said we'd be too much. Like, let's humble us a bit. Do you know what I mean?
Let's humble us. We have to go. Learning curve. They can't just hand us greatness on a plate.
Honestly, I would turn up to the podcast with a gold chandelier chalet in my hand and just sip from it every day. Every day.
Yeah,
animal print.
But look,
did you mean chalice?
Yeah, that too.
She did mean chalice.
Because you said you
Jay-Z
come with a
sat in the
house.
back.
So I was like, okay.
I love it. No,
but congratulations, 4 years. That's
4 years. 4 years.
So what? Like me and Nyasha have a 4-year-old?
Span of the average podcast.
Ew.
Yeah. When you put it like that, that's a bit gross. But yeah.
No, it's not. No, not like gross like that. Like ew. Like 4 years of age. Like that's a whole human being.
Yeah, it's
you know.
Crazy,
They talk.
Almost half a decade.
Talk and stuff. Yeah.
Do you know what? It's actually like crazy when I think about it. But like the reason why I said that is because going into our 4th season, and I guess let me get we've all seen testing. I think everyone testing was testing. We can't put too much stock into it. But I guess, Thandie, give me a hope and dream. What's a hope and dream? What do you want from the 2024 F1 season?
Do you know what? I just want, because I don't watch Drive to Survive, by the way. I stopped watching it years ago. I do not care anymore. But I do want that redemption story for Lewis. I want it to be a good season where, we forget about, the sudden move to Ferrari, which offended some, but not many. And you have this lovely brotherhood between Toto and Lewis, and it's lovely. And maybe Lewis, he's not going to win. I'm going to be very honest. That's the tea I've decided to sip and allow down my throat, that he's not going to win. But at least have a better season than the last 2 seasons. Do you know what I mean?
Not going to win a race or the championship?
Not going to win the championship.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well...
No, he's not, Tommy.
It's not, no, but it's not outlandish. It's not outlandish because first of all, we've only seen testing. So I'm not going to say
it's
I
not
think
testing. I saw.
I'm just saying, with the issues going on at Red Bull right now, they're gonna have a lot of management problems, and there will probably be a transitional period. I'm not saying that we're good, but I'm just saying it's not out of the realm of possibility. And I also believe, what is it, W15?
W15.
15, yeah.
I believe the W15 has significantly more pace than we saw at testing. That's my personal opinion.
Oh, I do
believe that. I don't believe. Yeah, I don't doubt that.
I think it's. I don't want to say it, but I think it may be faster than the Ferrari this year. That's what I'm gonna. I think the W15, from what I saw at testing, I think it has a narrow setup window. So I think the first day of testing they couldn't get the setup locked in, whereas Ferrari bang straight on it, Red Bull straight. Everyone else was pretty much straight on. Not everyone else, but all the like competitive teams. I don't want to be rude, but I think the W15 with the alterations they've made, where the fuel cell has changed, so now it's got a lower center of gravity. So last year the W14 was bad at the beginning of a race, then sick at the end of the race.
Yeah.
So I think from what I've read and from what I've seen that was because the fuel cell was packaged in a way where the fuel would sit high, so the center of gravity would be high. So as the race went on, the fuel would deplete, lowering the center of gravity, improving the performance of the car. They have changed this for this year. That's why the seat can now go back. Yeah. Everything can be more in like a conventional. Is it conventional?
Yeah, conventional.
It's more of a conventional
ergonomically
design.
safe.
I think this car. Yes. I think I can't really say it like that. I think this car has pace in it, and I think we may see this car on certain tracks, not necessarily dominate, but either be on the heels of the Red Bull or be on par with the Red Bull. I think Bahrain is an interesting place to test, but it favors a certain kind of car. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm just saying, don't rule it out.
I like that theory.
But I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying it's not going to happen.
Look, I saw some comments from Helmut Marko, who was surprisingly quite complimentary about the Mercedes, saying he thinks there's a lot more pace in that Mercedes car. I have seen, I've read a lot, I've listened to a lot as well. I think it's quite bittersweet, I think, for me. I'm not going to lie. Hearing things like what we're seeing on track is correlating to what we had in the simulator, and we finally understand our car, and it's like, wow, we really wasted 2 fucking years, bro.
We finally understand our car, right? Great.
Well, we were understanding this new car. Adrian Newey understood the old car. You know how crazy that is?
Yeah.
I don't blame Lewis for cheating.
Oh,
I don't.
Ferrari.
I do not. I don't blame him for sneaking and creeping.
I like Fred.
I like Fred. Fred was in his ear like...
He's giving me good vibes. He's giving me good vibes.
He was in his ear like, I know he ain't let you down again.
Trust me.
Hey, but you see what we're doing at Ferrari?
Flowers.
You see what we're doing at Ferrari next year? You might want to be here. I'm just saying.
Hey, Queen.
Hey.
Queen, yeah. I know they do you like that, King.
What? No ambassadorship. No ambassadorship.
No.
You're better than that.
You're better than
Even
that.
Haas would have given you an ambassadorship.
Maybe I just don't get it. Do you enjoy being
hurt? He was dirty macking.
No, I can't lie.
It.
Let me keep it real. Now that we're on the subject of Lewis changing teams, just for this brief moment, I've been sitting down and I've been thinking about it. I've been like, this guy made the right decision, boy. Like I've been seeing some of the decisions Mercedes have been making.
Yep.
I've been like, wow, you guys do not know. I think Mercedes thinks they're bigger than Lewis Hamilton, where in a really strange way in the F1 world, Lewis Hamilton is significantly bigger than Mercedes.
Okay, let's gag on up. Let's talk about it, because I had to mute a couple of tweets today. 2024, guys, let me tell you now, I've got a new rule. as soon as 2 Verstappen fans enter a tweet, I'm muting it. It's done out. It's finished. I'm not looking back at it at all because I'm protecting my peace this year. I can't look at that much negativity.
Yeah, his hair fell out
last year.
Like,
Hey, if you're listening and you're not watching, Nyasha has cut his hair off, and what I just heard was
he's getting the dangly earring as well.
He moved to Manchester. He said, "You know what? I need to cut my hair off and get this earring."
Do you know
in.
what? I'm a Gallagher now. Get over that.
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to, that's the thing, I was like, you know what, let me rebrand a little bit. Thandie's always looking, genuinely, Thandie's always looking really nice. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Thanks.
I remember, I met Tommy in real life. He's fucking 6'11". Like,
Tommy was like, I didn't know I was doing a podcast with midgets.
Yeah.
Bro, I walked in, I was like, because I thought Nyasha was like my height, and I thought, Thandie, I thought you were way taller. So for anyone that hasn't seen these guys in real life, this is...
No, don't put us in the same bracket. She's tiny.
Thandie's small. And I always go between Thandie and Thandie. I don't know why. I've just realized.
That's cool. I'll take that.
But I remember walking in, I seen Nyasha. I was like, oh, Nyasha, you're like a lot shorter than I thought you were. Because I thought because you've got like a big personality, bro. So I wouldn't have thought you haven't got like this, like I'm overcompensating small personality.
That's nice.
How tall are you? Like 5'6"?
5'5". No, I'm 5'7", but now I look like I'm just...
So he's 5'7". Okay, but Thandie, you must be 5'1", 5"?
No, I'm 5'3", okay? Confidently, and I'm not even lying, I'm 5'3".
I was looking, I was like, where are these people? I was like, where are they? I was standing right next to them. Can you imagine? That isn't even me exaggerating. I remember where I was standing at the entrance of, it was like a pub. And I looked, I was like, where are they? I was literally standing right next to them.
No, where are they?
I don't know.
That's rude.
But I know you guys would have made great Formula One drivers with your height.
Or jockeys. I can't even remember.
That's
anyway,
rude.
what I was saying was I was trying to look, well, I'm glad you got to chop a little insult because you've been handing them out. I was just trying to look nice on the podcast and I don't even have the light to show it off. So now it just looks like I cut my hair off and sat in the dark. Thank you.
You are looking
look
good,
great, champ.
That's not even me trying to, I'm not even like trying to be funny or trolling or anything.
I'm just like not even trying to
healthy.
come back on the podcast ever again. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just, bro, I love it. You look great.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Shout out to the lady who said hallelujah.
F1 podcast.
That I cut my hair. That definitely didn't cut deep whatsoever. And
hallelujah.
Hey, I think we need to get back to Formula One talk because people at home are going to be in the comments like, I love the podcast, but all they ever do is make jokes. I'm like,
what else are we gonna do?
Sorry. What else are we gonna do, guys?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, I did actually know what we are gonna do. Sorry, Tommy. Quickly.
Yes.
Hopes and dreams for the season.
Hopes and dreams. Lewis Hamilton gets at least one win, one qualifying, and one sprint win. And then also, I hope we see the downfall of Red Bull. I think that's
amen.
I think that's what I want. No, not in like you know what? Let me rephrase that. I hope Helmut Marko and Christian Horner both kick the curb. Even if Christian Horner was innocent, I just think his time is done. Like I don't know. Personally, I'm not sure, but this is mad because I'm wishing on someone's downfall. But Helmut Marko, he's number one. He needs to go. I think I might even put that on top of Lewis winning. He needs to go, bro. Because Lewis always has next year, but Helmut Marko, he needs to go.
Yeah.
And then Christian Horner, he needs to be held accountable. The team needs to be held accountable. Red Bull needs to be held accountable. I want to see Oscar Piastri get his first win.
Yes.
I want to see. What else do I want to see? There's so many things. I want to see
Checo
Ferrari
Perez not make it to summer.
I want to see. Yeah, no, I'm not even worried about Red Bull. I just want to see a Ferrari rocket ship. I want Ferrari to be so that when I watch it, I go, next year we looking good, baby. So,
how about them Ferraris?
Number one, Helmut Marko. Number two, yeah, number one helmet marker. Can you imagine? Wait, hold on. Side note. We're going to be talking about Ferrari next year. That's mad.
Bro,
Crazy.
sometimes, like, I don't. Sometimes I just sit in my house. I just be in my house here. You're sat there like, yo, we're going to be supporting Ferrari next year.
Yeah,
That's
same.
mad, bro. Hey, wait, hold on. Let me get my Ferrari hat. 1 second. I'll be right back.
I'll sing some calm Italian music while we wait. When the moon hits the sky like a big pizza pie, that's amore.
Oh, I've got another one. I got one. Mama loves mambo.
Mama loves mambo. Mama loves mambo. On top of spaghetti, all covered in cheese. I lost my poor
the Ferrari colours work, you know. Hey,
I love.
When the moon hits your eyes like a sweet pizza pie, that's Ferrari. Hey, the red looks all right, you know. It's making sense.
Do you know what's mad, Tommy? If you had popped up on this podcast like 4 years ago, maybe even 2 years ago, we'd have said Tommy's dressed like a racist. But look at you now.
Can you imagine? And do you know what's mad? Listen, your viewership is about to go crazy next year. But with great power comes great racism. It's crazy, bro. Because they are going to be... like, I remember...
I need the challenge.
I was at Ferrari and I said something. I think it was Seb. I must have said something. Like, I think it was the season Seb hit Lewis or something. Or it was something crazy. Bro, the way Ferrari was just in my comments, I was like...
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
That's wrong.
They ride or die. But now they're going to have to ride or die for a black.
For a blackie.
Hey, this hat actually bangs, you know.
It actually looks really sick.
So,
yeah.
It looks so good. I'm going to start learning Italian. I'm genuinely going to learn it. I've been on Duolingo. I was actually thinking of getting an Italian tutor. Like, I really want to, like...
If you do it, I'll do it still.
I'll do it. If we all actually do it.
Because then
can you imagine quick stop in Italian?
In Italian.
It would sound mad passionate. Yeah. Yeah, you can't cancel us for that. That's like someone doing a British accent or Australian accent. That's not cancelable. G'day, mate. Welcome to Stop F1, mate.
Another ship on the Barbie.
No, I think Italian is the way to go. I think, listen, quick stop and ex Ferrari. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro.
Crazy.
I think I know it's been talked to death, but Lewis going to Ferrari, that is the story of the century. When it comes to Formula One, nothing's topping that.
Yeah, quickly. I just want to get into this. I know Tanya got it, but quickly. Having said all that, how I led into that was that I had to meet a tweet basically agreeing that Lewis Hamilton is bigger than the sport. And, you know, I likened Lewis to Tiger Woods in golf, Michael Jordan in basketball. Other 100%. People came up with a couple of others. Usain Bolt in athletics, Ronnie O'Sullivan in snooker. I saw shouts for Federer, Serena. And I think people confuse, like, would this person be known outside of the sport if they didn't play that sport, with this person has become so big that they're known outside of the sport and have cultural relevance outside of what they do in that sport. And I think that's what bigger than the sport means. By that definition, Thandie, do you think Lewis Hamilton is bigger than the sport?
Way bigger than the sport. Is Beyonce bigger than music? Of course.
Yeah, everyone. A majority of people on Earth probably know who Beyonce is, but
Exactly.
They might not even heard her music. But I would say, but you have to be very careful making statements like that. So I understand why the F1 boys are like, no, that doesn't make sense because because their world is Formula One. That's all they know. So they can't imagine anyone else having a different experience. But I think Lewis Hamilton, the same way Michael Jordan, the same way Tiger Woods, the same way Serena Williams, they transcend their sport, they transcend their niche because they have gone from becoming participants in this sport to now being culturally relevant celebrities. Yeah. And I think Lewis Hamilton, more people know. Okay, let's be real here. I could show people a picture of Lewis Hamilton. They'll say that's Lewis Hamilton. If I show people a picture of Perez, even Max, anyone on the grid, they'll be like, 90% of people probably won't know who they are. But I would say at least 40% of people, I will know who Lewis Hamilton is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
100%. And I agree as well. And I just think there's nothing. I think for me, I think you hit the nail on the head. I think people forget. We're in F1. It's so easy for you to be in this bubble of F1 and just to think. Yeah. I think the thing that reminds me of it the most, Thandie, when you had like an excellent short that we made around like Martin Brundle and the grid, and all these people are like, oh, they should respect Martin Brundle. Martin Brundle's great. And then you're like, these people don't know who the fuck he is. Respectfully. And that's not an indictment on Martin Brundle or them. No. It's just that Formula One is a very, as much niche. It's niche. But it is a niche sport.
It's still niche, yeah.
Look at us.
Yeah.
We are nuts.
Touch some grass.
When you look at the top 10 most viewed sporting events in the world, F1 isn't on that list, bro. F1 isn't on the list. Even women's football is way higher. Women's football is like number 3 or 4, bro.
Trust me.
People don't. I remember when I tweeted, people were like, "Oh, Megan Thee Stallion should put respect on Martin Brundle." Blah, blah, blah. I said, "Oh, they don't know." Then someone said, "More people know who Martin Brundle is than Megan Thee Stallion." I said, "Are you all right in your head, bro?"
Like honestly, come on.
I could probably ask older people. Do you know? Have you heard of Megan Thee Stallion? They'd be like, yeah. I'll say Martin Brundle. They'll be like, who? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Respectfully as well. Like, respectfully. We're not saying this in a disrespectful.
Yeah, it's not even a disrespect. Martin Brundle, he's got earned his flowers and whatnot.
Yeah, we're F1 nerds. Yeah. It's just that we don't sit around drinking Monster and shouting our mum to come get the plates from upstairs. That's cool. Like, we're different F1 nerds.
I think it's because F1 fans... I think it's because the intense F1 fans are so far removed from like popular culture, because F1, your average F1 fan is kind of, how can I put this in a very nice, you know what, I'm not even going to say it.
I just think
they're just not culturally aware, I would say.
But like that's why we're okay. That's why we're, I think, so different to everyone else, is that ability to infuse pop culture with F1. Yeah. And I think that's why we attract a certain audience, but it's also why a certain audience absolutely hate us, because they can't fathom why we would have a following when, we're
PayPal, basically.
If you're a Formula One fan, but PayPal. If you're a Formula One fan, but you're also aware of like culture in general, and your entire life doesn't revolve around F1, this is probably the perfect podcast for you, because we don't go deep into language that the average person wouldn't understand. We don't focus on the technical aspects of the sport. We don't focus on people's F2 careers, because a majority of F1 fans nowadays, they're not watching that. So we're providing a very palatable version of Formula One. So Formula One is Ribena straight. We add the water.
That you can drink it.
That's how it is.
I love that. I love
Turns
that.
to Rubicon.
Quickly.
Or KA. We're probably more KA.
We're KA.
Kool-Aid. It's the Kool-Aid version.
Kool-Aid.
Thandie, we out here, baby. I was waiting. I thought I'm going to hear an engine rev, or I'm going to hear a ruckus. And what do I hear? A police car going past. Yes, that is the hood.
Guys,
what time is it?
quickly, we need to read off these tweets. So one each. I've left the link in there because we always forget to read the tweets, and we really appreciate you guys replying to us. So let's do it. I am going to read. Actually, you know what? I'm going to read Lisa. Check the tea. I think it was their birthday quite recently as well. So happy birthday, Lisa.
Happy birthday, Lisa.
Lisa says,
it's your birthday.
There you go. 7-8 by Thandie. Lewis Hamilton wins the 2020. Oh, come on, Lisa.
Oh, come on, man. Hey, come on, man. I was just fighting for my life, explaining why that might be possible, but I'm not doing that again.
Lando doesn't win a race this year, but Oscar does first. Red Bull actually built a shit car that isn't reliable. That would be awesome. We did see them check out some issues in testing. Alonso retires midway through the season, and Yuki somehow manages to win a sprint race. That would be awesome. I do love that. Thandie, do you have a tweet that you'd like to share?
I do.
like Clark Kent, I came up, you got the glasses on, and
I'm blind. Okay, I can't see. Okay, so this is from Allow It, aka Bootleg Champagne Pappy Stan. Said one final Mercedes win. What? Really? Okay. One final Mercedes win and pole for Lewis. Sid the Sloth to cakewalk the championship, as in Sid the Sloth, as in Max Verstappen. Perez replaced mid-season for having a shocker. Oh my God, just said that. And Lando to stay winless. I don't agree with that one, I'm afraid. I do want to see Lando just on the podium. Because I just love when Lando's cocky. I love it. Pisses off the timeline. It's enjoyable.
I love that. Tommy, do you have one that you want to read out?
Yeah, I have one from Silky.
Yeah.
Lando remains winless. People really don't like Lando, man. What the hell is going on? Yuki outscores Daniel. I don't think that's impossible to happen.
It's not.
A Sir Lewis Hamilton win. You know what? Sir Lewis Hamilton win. That made me think of something. They need to start saying Sir a lot more, because I'm only hearing Lewis Hamilton, but when Tim Henman's, it's Sir Tim Henman, isn't it?
Andy Murray.
Andy Murray. They never forget those people, sir. But Lewis Hamilton, they need to start putting... Sorry, Your Majesty. Perez gets replaced summer break. Wow, Perez is not getting the respect, boy.
Wow, he needs to respect himself
Perez with?
Probably Daniel.
Oh, that would be a stroke of marketing genius. Because if this Christian Horner thing destroys Red Bull's reputation because they fire him, they're going to need to put Daniel in that seat. Because they're going to need him doing all them PRs. Monaco pools like this, bro. They're going to need the whole shebang, bro. That guy, drinking from a shoe and doing all this other stupid stuff on my hands. He's a cock. Oh yeah, nah, they're gonna need all of that. He's gonna be the jest, Red Bull jest.
Did they get rid of the pool last year? Was the pool there?
It was there.
Red Bull pool, the Monaco
pool. Miami one, or the Monaco one.
No, the Monaco one was there, but no one's trying to see
Max.
No one's trying to see Perez
swim, bro.
belly flap into that. Do you know what I mean?
Wait, did Perez win Monaco last year?
And I think Max did.
Max won Monaco last year.
Yeah, Max won.
Did Perez win?
Max Alonso
like Choco,
and
man.
Ocon. Right. All I'm going to say is my big hope, I'm not going to lie, I hope Lewis wins one race. There's some of you who have never watched Lewis Hamilton win a race, and
that is crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's not nuts.
That is crazy,
bro.
That is
insane. And
I hope he wins Silverstone, bro. If he wins Silverstone, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, Silverstone me dear. I'm
if
going.
He wins Silverstone. Or if he wins at like Monza, bro.
Oh man,
that would be crazy, dog.
That would be sick. Wait, sorry, have we actually deep?
Hey, you got that hood internet, boy.
No. I only clocked what you said after. I was like, that would be sick. No.
Yeah, if he won Monza, it'd be crazy. Like the Formula One world would Ferrari and Mercedes fans united.
Jerk meatballs.
Crazy, bro. Huh?
What?
You want to do what? Why
like a black and Italian fusion.
Hey,
We jerk up the meatballs.
This is just sounding more pornographic the more you get into it.
Why did you?
No.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, jerk meatballs sounds.
That sounds
not great.
dang.
Meatballs. That sounds horrendous.
That sounds great. Tommy, Ali, like.
Before we
That's amore.
So if there's any black Italian men watching, you've got a very hungry.
No thanks.
Guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Tommy, thanks for being an amazing guest. We love you. Round of applause.
It's always a joy to be here. This hat is so red.
It's wavy.
I love this.
Like,
it goes with the skin tone, I feel.
It does.
Honestly, emphasizing it, like if you'd come on like 2 years ago, we'd have called you raccoon, honestly. Like, but now you look sick.
Can you imagine? There used to be
Yeah.
that guy that always used to, hey, what was that guy's name? Anyway, that's another
Yeah. No.
I'm not saying anything.
I didn't say no.
No. So let's carry on. So
the race is on Saturday this weekend.
What?
The Formula 1 race is on Saturday this weekend. I thought I'd just let everyone know.
Yeah, the race is on Saturday.
Not everyone knows that.
The next 2 races on Saturday because obviously Ramadan starts on Sunday. So they're bringing it forward by a day, and F1 dictates that there needs to be 7 days between Grand Prix.
Races.
So 2 races, sorry. So that means that Saudi Arabia, although it could be on a Sunday, they have to do it on Sunday. And also they've got all of the shipping and stuff that they have, and you can't really they have to plan that shit in advance. So yeah, we will see you on Monday. Shout out to the Saturday guys. They have an incredible interview with Bryson Sullivan, which is on the channel. If you're looking for a really good breakdown on aerodynamics, what you need to look out for in aerodynamics, suspension chat in there as well. Some really good chat, especially if you're quite new to the tech side of F1. Make sure you go check them out. They will be back with their first post-qualifying show as well. So remember, keep an eye out for that. We'll be back next week. I will be making some Patreon content this year. Now I've got my house, I can do whatever I want. So I'll be making Patreon content. I'll be doing live reactions.
And OnlyFans content.
OnlyFans content.
You
to keep the lights on.
Well, clearly need some light money. I didn't cut my hair for no reason, so obviously sign up to that content. But we'll have details of that coming up. Most likely, that we'll let everyone see for free what we're doing for a bit, and then for this week, and then you'll be able to see what level you want to get in at. And yeah, I hope that if you've listened to this, you've had a great time. Thandie, any more?
Not at all, actually. I'm a woman for no words today. I do have a little reminder thing here. How do I? It tells me that it's 2 days and 13 hours until Bahrain. Yeah.
Wow, and that's crazy. I mean, honestly, I'm just so. Yeah, you all got the things.
Yeah.
I've just got.
Loser.
I'm so
Loser. Hey, well, you know about the widget? Nice. I can't even remember what the widget's called.
Yeah.
Look, there's you on my phone.
Oh, it's me. Hello. I can see my earrings just jingle jangle.
I know when you're talking to girls, you be shaking your head bare, bro.
Yeah, what you saying, baby?
I just moved here from London. You know what I'm saying?
I just moved here from London.
I'm a real London boy.
Oh yeah, just come. Yeah, I used to live by the River Thames, darling. Yeah. So what I was going to say was, I'm really proud of everyone on the team. Crystal F1, our 4th year, man. Like our 4th birthday. Wait, it's our 3rd birthday. We're not even 4. We're 3. You know. How many years?
I knew I didn't have a 4-year-old.
No. It was 3. Yeah, 2021.
You're going onto 4.
Yeah, so we nearly
This is the fourth
completed.
season.
So it's going to be our 21, 22, 23. Fuck me. So it is the fourth season, yeah. Going into our fourth season.
Yeah, we do have a 4-year-old. Fuck it.
Jesus Christ. So thank you to all of you guys at home. I think that's the most important thing. We wouldn't be able to do this without you, your support, your patience with us when things go wrong, your love and defending of us on social media. We really appreciate it. Thank you for allowing us to be us. And we hope this year we can make the season as bearable as possible, or as entertaining as possible. That's going to be on the Patreon. We've just got Tommy and Thandie.
It's just Tommy sat in his Ferrari cat.
Welcome to the Quick Stop F1.
Oh, okay. So,
Stop.
okay. So, remember to keep it on the ASMR Black stuff. We'll see you.
Ew.
We'll see you next week. Love you guys. Take care. Toodle-pip. Goodbye. Look, mate, if you've got this far, clearly you like what we do. So here's a link to subscribe to the Quick Stop F1 family. Give that a click. And here's another link to some more cool on our channel. Sorry, cool stuff. And remember, no matter what happens, keep it on the black stuff. Click the stuff. Click the links. Click the links. Click the links. There. They're there.